Well, my first ever band practice was probably in the music room of my school. I was in like a bunch of like bands in school, just learning how to play instruments and just jamming. What about you?
I think mine was at university, and I basically went on a musicians forum just to meet up with people that wanted to form a band or just jam, and ended up meeting these complete strangers and just busting out some Blink covers and stuff like that, and Teenage Kicks, obviously. And that was a very unusual experience. I don't think we ever practiced ever again after that.
What was it? Just one practice?
It's one practice, and then nothing ever came of it.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Not really, no.
Our first band practice as Boston Manor was a car crash, as I remember it actually. It was in this little practice room in Blackpool that I've never been to since. I don't know if it still exists, but it was I don't know, it was an absolute shithole. And yeah, we'd kind of me, Mike and Dan had kind of written these songs together, but that was the first time we'd sort of properly tried to play them as a band, and it just didn't go well at all, as I recall. But we got there in the end, kind of. First ever gig we played was at the Mad Ferret in Preston. I don't remember much about that gig. Do you?
Yeah, I remember we kind of got chucked on a lineup of some touring bands. I think one of them was a Preston band called Next Up Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then there was a band from the south called... They shot a music video in Blackpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't the after party?
Yeah, the after party.
Was that not the second time we played the Mad Ferret though?
No, that was the first time.
Was that them?
That was the first show.
Ah.
Yeah. And we played the first demo that we did front to back, and I thought it was quite a good show. It's quite nice to actually play a show together and stuff.
That's the closest we've ever played to Blackpool as well. We've never really played a show in Blackpool before. We did an H&B install, that was it. So yeah, maybe one day we will play Blackpool. Who knows? Well, we played a bunch of those sort of all-dayer things. I remember Lee Burgess did a Pinky Swear Records festival.
Fury Fest.
Yeah, we did those on the same day. There was Fury Fest in Liverpool, which was Man Overboard, Trash Talk, that kind of thing. And then I can't remember who was on the other one, but I remember we played early in Liverpool and had to drive to Manchester and loaded right onto the stage and then played a second set. That was a fun day. I guess that was our first, what would be regarded as a festival. I think our first ever outdoor festival was 2000 Trees, which is still going strong and is a wicked festival. I've always wanted to meet Henry Rollins. I grew up still am a big Black Flag fan, and he was the only other kind of cool person with my name. So I was. That's not why I like Henry Rollins and Black Flag, by the way. But yeah, he let the side down really with those Henrys. But no, yeah, I've always found him a very interesting person. I've read a bunch of his books, so I always kind of wanted to meet him. I don't know. We've been lucky enough to I love Good Charlotte growing up and stuff, and we're lucky enough to obviously do this tour and meet those guys, which was cool. But we've not met too many people, I don't think, that we kind of listened to a lot growing up. Have we?
I met the first band I ever listened to was The Offspring, and I got to hang out with Dexter. It's Good Things Festival in Australia. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it was quite nice.
Oh yeah. No, it's not even that a good story or anything. It was just I can't remember exactly where we were. I remember where we were when we signed the deal, which was in their kitchen, Dynamite's kitchen, and then we just got really, really drunk, and stayed up all night, just messing around. There's a really funny video of Jord that we took that night asleep, and it remains the funniest video in everybody's camera roll, but it's been lost into the ether recently, and we're really upset about it. Yeah, we were just... I remember how excited we were. I mean, Pure Noise is a label that we were always kind of if we were going to sign to an indie record label, that's absolutely the one that we would want to sign to, and we got lucky enough to sign to that label, and they still support us loads, and they have so many cool bands on the roster, so we were really particularly excited about working with them.
I think when we got an email from them, I think we were all at our individual jobs, that we were, we were still trying to do the band obviously, but we were still working our jobs, and it was one of those where I feel like when that email pops into your inbox, every single one of us at our own respective jobs would just leg it to the toilet and call each other and freak out, and
I think
finally.
I think I was working at the pub, and I just walked outside. There was loads of people at the bar waiting, trying to get served, and I was just I don't care about any of this, bye. And I just went outside and was just like, and I think I rang you actually, yeah. I was like, this is cool, isn't it? And I had to go back about 10 minutes later and everyone was really mad at me.
What a great story to end that on. Absolutely.